Then we discussed related about that Angular things. So today we are going to check how Angular, actually the working examples, once after installing, how that Angular structures, and then how to create components, and then what are the things is available once you install in the packages. So today we are going to check in the code level. So I will share my screen. Yeah, is my screen is visible? Hello. Yeah, screen is my screen is visible. I hope it will visible. I think. Okay. Yeah. Once you create that Angular project, so you will get all these. This is the Angular project. It will automatically it will create all these things. So here you will get that Angular and then source file and then angular.json file. So angular.json file and then karma and then package.json file. These are all the core files once you create an applications. So actually for how to create this application means we have command line prompt. So here you need to run the code called, actually if you want to create on project means ng new yesterday already I informed. Yesterday already I told ng project and then ng app and then project name. If you give means it automatically create on project. So here so for time being purpose already I create one demo project. So after that you will get that source file and then angular json. Actually here I will explain one by one what is the node modules, what is the source, and then why we use this angular json. Everything I will explain now. Here once you create one project, so it is the angular json is a core json function. So here only we are configuring all the things like which style you want. Actually in everywhere, actually here we are using that scss. It's an advanced version of that css 3. So here we are using that scss, and then what root we need to give, and then prefix. For example, if you create one component, in there we are using the prefix like for example, if you create one title component means in there you are using that app hyphen title. That app is an prefix thing. So and then after that, if you want to build where you want to build that angular in which browser, and then dev kit tool, everything it will creating here. So after that, once you complete the project, so you will create that dist folder. Why we use that dist folder means you want to deploy your things in the server or aws anything. So we need to create one dist folder, and then that folder only we are giving to the we are uploading to the server or aws things. So and then in the output path where we need to, what is the name we want, and then where we need to store. So everything we need to configure here. So here that index.html, in the sense actually index.html, that also one of the core html things. So here only you configure that index values. For example, from here only you are configuring all the child components. What if you create multiple components means this is the main component. Here only we are calling the all the component related things. So this is the main thing we are configuring. So and then this is the assets. Why we are using assets means, for example, if you have any image if you want to add any image, and then if you want to add anything related to this project. For example, if you create on homepage, means you want that header image, for example, in that header and then footer, if you want to add any images, so that images and then jpg files, everything we are storing under the assets folder only. And then this is the style search css. Actually, this is if you configured, if you any style, if you give the styles for particular, for example, if you have on footer is there, in that footer you need to give the styles for in the commonly you need it, you need to use that styles, means we are writing the css in the style search css. So this and all the maximum size, how many size you need to create in the project. And then if you get any errors, how many maximum error you will get, actually how to configure everything we are doing in the angular.json. So after that, one more main concept is for that package.json. So in this package.json only, we are actually, this is the project name, and then this project name we are giving as a demo project. This version, in the sense, actually if you have for example, if you are in a current in the if you are in the IT industry, actually client giving the they will they want to update. Actually, for example, now we are doing on release, so after that, in that they are giving the extra work and then extra features. If they want, means we are changing as a versions. If we give 0.0.1 we are giving now, means if they gave any modification, and if they want to add any extra things we need to do, means that time we are changing the version as a 0.0.2, like that we are adding the version, and then we are giving the dist folder to that AWS team. So here, that what is the ng start means, one this is the, if you want to run the project, for example, if you want to run if you're writing the code, and then if you want to run the output, if you want to run, show the output in your local machine, means we are using that ng serve. And then as I told, why we are using that ng build, means if you giving ng build, means it's automatically creating one dist folder, and then it will we are giving to the backend team. And then that ng test, in the sense, this is used for the testing purpose. If you run the ng test, means automatically the test cases will execute, and then automatically if you have any test error, and then if you have any thing in your for example, if you are writing on function, so that function in case if they are giving any unnecessary, for example, if you are creating one form, in the form we have one mobile number field is there. In that mobile number field, we need to support only the numbers. If you enter character, so it will show the error message. So these are all one kind of test cases. So this kind of the test cases we need to write in the testing. We have that spec.ts file is there we need to write the test cases. And then if you give that ng test, so it automatically run the test cases, and then if it will show, if anything fail, then it will show the error message. Based on that, we will change the functionality, and then we can create the dist folder. So this is the test cases we are this is the main things we are using in the Angular. And then these are all the dependencies. So actually that animation things, and then CDK, and then common compiler. If you run it, this and all the latest version, actually we are using the Angular 15 in this project. So here that animation, in the sense, if you change one place to another, but that animation thing will happen. And then if you want to run the loader anything, so for that we need that animation things. So for this purpose, actually we are using the this dependencies. For example, that rxjs, and then zone.js, this is for the timing. And then Lexan also, it's a date and time. So this date picker also, the time picker also, it's a material time picker. So this kind of the things we are using in the packages, we are configured in the packages.js, packages.json. And then after that we have that source folder. These two things we are mainly configure all the main things. So after that, here we have one source folder. In that source folder, we have these many things: app, assets. As I told, that asset folder is for saving the images, jpg files, like that. So here we have that app. So here already I create, if you open the project in that app, we have, this is the inbuilt function, that app routing modules and then app component, it will come as a inbuilt things. So in here in that app module, actually here only we are importing, as I said yesterday, we are importing some services and everything, we are importing modules, we are everything we are importing in the import section only. So here only we are importing. From here only it will, this is the main thing. So this is the parent things. From here only we are calling all the child components. For example, here we have that, this is the app component.html, this is the router outlet. Here this router of outlet referring this routing modules, here only we are configuring all the paths. So for example, if you run the code, and which one we need to show in the home page, and then if you go to the title, actually I created two component, home and then title. If you want to go to the title path, so it will be it will configure the title component. So I will run the code. Yeah, this project I saved in the C folders. Yeah, this is the demo project. So here only I'm running. I'm going to the path. So as I said, I need to run the, here we can use that ng serve, and then we can use the ng run start also, npm run start also. It automatically start our project. Yeah, it's running now. If you go to the, yeah, this is the page. Actually, as I told, once you click on the actually this is the port number 4200. Actually once you run the project, here only you will get the all the port number and then localhost, what url we need to run. So once you landing, if you give that url, so it automatically go to this page. Actually everything we are configured in the, for example, if nothing we are giving only 4200, so it automatically going to that home component. That home component, this is the home component. Here we have, as I said yesterday, actually we have the ts file, and then this is the business logic we are writing in the ts file, and then that spectre ts file is for the testing purpose, and then this scss file is for the css, and then html file for the html things, whatever we have, whatever you are seeing here, we are writing the code for here only. See here, here we are giving the welcome to home page, so the welcome to home page, and then here we have the two url we are giving. So this router link is for the we are, if you want go to that another, for example here if you want to go to that home page, if you click on that this home home thing, it will go to that home page. For example, if already we are in the home page only, so here we have the title. In this title, I have one more component for the title. So in this title also we have that HTML and then CSS and then spec file and then TS file. So in the title, actually here I gave one form. I created one form. Uh, we'll see what it will happen. If you click on the title page, so automatically it's going to this form. Yeah, here we have the first name and then last name and then email, gender, if you are married or not, and then country. Actually this is one kind of the basics form. So here we have for example, if you come to the title page, so initially it was like this. So here we are handling the uh, validations also. For example, see here, this is the form validation. For example, if you have first name, I give if you have first name, this is the record field and then everything is a record field. So if you are not entered anything, so it automatically show the name is record. So same like that we need to configure this also. That form control we need to configure. It automatically run. Once you change anything, no need to refresh anything. You automatically refresh and then it will show. If you are not entered anything, it will show. Same like that. If you are not entering anything, it will show the last name is a record. So if you enter something, so that error message automatically go. This is the one kind of the validation things. Then if you are fill all the form, initially it will be disabled. For this code we wrote it here. Actually, if that this form is invalid, we need to disable this button, that submit button. If you enter all the values, so automatically the submit button will be enabled. So how we will check? Actually here I have one function called on submit function. Once you submit this form, we will we will show the whatever value we entered here, right? So this value it will be shown in the console. Actually, here we don't have any backend function. Now we are seeing only the front end functionalities. In the company, actually, as a company, we are creating one service. In that service, we are sending to that backend. So once you click on that submit, you will get the value whatever you entered here. EQWE first name is a EQWE, and then last name is a EQWE. Sorry, you're telling something. Okay. And then here, if we have email, and then here we are giving the email, and then gender we are giving the male, and then if you married means this is the uh, radio button. It's coming. This is the checkbox, so it will coming as a true or false. We are giving. So if we check means it will come as a true. And then country in the sense here, for example, in the country here we are using a value. If India is if you select India means that value it will coming as a 1. If you select USA means value is coming as a 2. So like that we are selecting. For example, if you select US, if you unselect these things and then if you send means this is the value, like country is a 2 and then married is a false. So automatically whatever we doing here, it will be coming here. That this value we are sending to that backend team. So this is the basic concept, and then whatever for example, if you have the title, I will for example, if I'm going to that, this is the welcome homepage. If you want to give any CSS things means we need to go here, and then if it's a class means we need to give us a dot, and then color. If you give red, so it automatically changes red color. So if you shrink the margin, so here in in this SCSS we can write the CSS for that particular component. Here we have that home component. That home component only we have these many things. So for this component only we can use the CSS here. This same like that in the business case, whatever we used here. No, so that business cases we are writing here. I will create one more component. I will tell you how it will create. For creating component, we have CLI command also is there. Actually, in we can use that command also. Actually, if I use that command, you people don't know how to what is where and all we need to configure things. So that's why I'm creating manually here. Yeah. If you run that command like ng generate a component, and then if you give that component name, it's automatically creating the component like this. Or if you run that code, so automatically it create these 4 files. In the test files, actually we need to import all the main things like these are all the everywhere we need to import these 2 sections. So I'm importing these 2 sections. And then we need this component also. This template URL why we used here means that this component will know what is our HTML, what is our styles, which styles I need to go. For example, if you run this component means this we need to instruct this business logic, we need to refer this CSS, we need to refer this HTML, so we need to give the input. So that's why we are using this that component part. And then after this, actually in this TypeScript, actually this component we know which component we need to, whatever we for example, here we have the title component. This is a title component TS. So that's why we are giving the whatever we giving name here, so same name we need to given here also. So we need to change the name as a test. Actually, yesterday I told actually Angular contained that life cycle. In there, I mentioned that ng on init and then ng do check, ng on change. So this kind of the life cycles yesterday I told actually this is the this is the life cycles for that Angular. So we need to, for example, if you want, once your page is load, so if you want to check anything, or you want to write a business logic while loading the page, so the time we are using that ng on init, if we initializing the value once pages are loading. So after that, in that HTML, if you want send anything, for example here, if you want to send one value, it's an array. For example, if we give any, for this we need to, we will create link for that. After creating this, we need to configure this in the routing module. We need to import that component here. Yeah, once you changed here, it's automatically refreshed. Here the test page is coming. If you click on the test, so the test component, actually whatever we are giving here, the dynamic value, whatever we are giving here, so it will come here. So as I said, this is the business logic. So here, whatever value coming from the backend, for example, if you value coming from the API, so that value, if you given here, means it's automatically showing the automatically showing here. Automatically, whatever value is coming from the backend, we can dynamically show in the web pages. So yeah, this is the basic component creation. Then this is the, for example, I will create on div. If you want decorate, that means whatever, if you want color, and then if you have any if you want to change anything, so automatically if you if you write the CSS here, means it's automatically change the particular things. It's great. Oh, we are not saying here. Automatically changes a gray color. Yeah, and then here we have that node modules. This is for the whatever we used in that package.js. Actually, here we have the dependency whatever we installed here. So once you create the project, actually we are installing that npm packages. We are running the command as a npm install. If you run that command, means it's automatically create that node modules. Actually, why we this node modules? It's helping. Already yesterday I told, actually it's a npm. It is the different kind of that javascript libraries. So the different kind of javascript libraries loading in a single time. For example, in the form, actually here we are loading this form. Actually here we are loading the that form groups and then validation. So everything it's coming from the node modules only. So in that node modules we have that angular. So here only all the animations and then cdk and then cli. So these are all the inbuilt functions. Once you run the once you downloaded the file, it automatically that package .json will create the dependencies. If you run the npm install, so automatically the dependencies will be installed in the node module sections. While creating the dist file, actually we removed this node modules, and then dist file this packages is automatically taking from the internet itself. Yeah, these are all the basic on Angular application, single page application. If you want multiple things, you can create n number of component here. And same how I created the test component, same like that we can create n number of component. And then if you run the n number of if you create n number of the project here. So actually all the components are the individual. So if you can reuse, for example, if you reuse this form in the some other, for example, we have that this form is that the title component, we have one form is there. If you want to reuse this form, so you can copy this form and then you can paste it wherever you want. And then for example, otherwise if you want to save that form, means you need to import yeah, it's asking some dependencies. So like this you can import your that component here, and then you can automatically run that component here itself. So these are all the things I need to discuss today. If you have any questions, comments, please ask me. Actually we have 20 minutes is there. Any questions?
Any queries, sir, from student side? Okay, sir. So it is over. Shall we wind up the class, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. It was very wonderful section, and also the demo is very clear, sir. So it was. I hope the students will be very hopeful in the section. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Students, you will be receiving your certificate by 3 business working days, and feedback link will be sent to your register mail ID. And is there any questions? You can go for the register mail ID. You can post the questions in the register mail ID. Thank you so much, sir.